Ciao friends! We're approaching the end of 2025 and it's time for our annual review of what happened in the DAX world and at SQLBI. So, what happened in 2025? Let's start with DAX. This has been a big year for the language. In September, Microsoft released the public preview of two major features: user-defined functions and calendar-based time intelligence. User-defined functions are the most important change in DAX since variables were introduced in 2015. They fundamentally change how we write and reuse code. In the future, when you open a model and see long measures without functions, you'll immediately think such a code is old or at least unusual. More importantly, functions allow expert developers to write complex logic once and let many others reuse it without needing the same level of DAX expertise. This will dramatically change how DAX is written and maintained over time. The second major feature is calendar-based time intelligence. It's powerful, flexible, and finally addresses complex calendar requirements properly. Now, for new models, it's clearly the way forward. But for existing models, there is no rush. It requires time to learn it and effort to refactor reports, so adoption should be evaluated carefully. Expect better tooling in the future to help you with this. Alongside these features, Microsoft introduced more than 20 new DAX functions in 2025. Most of them are natural consequences of the new features. Updated time intelligence functions that work with calendar and weeks. New information functions useful with user-defined functions, and a few additions around metadata and dependencies. Visual calculation saw only one new function this year, lookup with totals. An external measure was finally officially documented. Now, let's talk about SQLBI. While people are returning to in-person events, 2025 was a year when we traveled less and intentionally focused more on producing content. The biggest milestone is that we completed the third edition of The Definitive Guide to DAX, the book. This is not a revision, it's an entirely new book. Years of teaching helped us rethink how to explain core concepts for both beginners and experienced developers. And the book fully covers the latest DAX features, including user-defined functions and calendar-based time intelligence. We also started delivering the updated Mastering DAX classroom course, which will have a new format for all deliveries in 2026, fully aligned with the new book and including the latest language features. Within SQLBI Plus, our subscription service for advanced content, we released two new courses in 2025: Security in Tabular Semantic Models and AI Workflows and Agentic Development for Power BI, both of which include white papers and several hours of video content. We also published a new white paper entirely dedicated to summarized columns, with essential information for anyone working with semantic models outside of Power BI. As always, we continue to invest heavily in free content. In 2025, we published more than 30 new articles on SQLBI.com, each one with a corresponding video. Our YouTube channel surpassed 125,000 subscribers this year. Thank you for your continued support. The SQLBI newsletter now reaches 275,000 subscribers, and this year we celebrated the 300th issue with a special edition dedicated to AI. And a new comic series that is still alive. Let's see if it will last. This year, we also released DAX Lib, the first open source repository for DAX user-defined function libraries. It's free, community-driven, and already includes more than 30 libraries only a few months after its release. We expect DAXlib to grow a lot in 2026. Our partner company, Tabular Tools, released DAX Optimizer Basic for general availability, allowing anyone to evaluate DAX code for free, with no login, no installation, and no credit card. If you didn't try it, you should. Our sister company, Okevitz, released Synotti Panel version 2, which has already inspired many creative use cases. Take a look at it. So what's coming in 2026? We're currently recording the new Mastering DAX video course, which will be released by the end of March 2026. Everyone with an active license at that time will be automatically upgraded. We will deliver more classroom courses in more cities, including Houston, New York, Baltimore, and several European locations. Inside SQLBI Plus, expect new advanced content, especially around time intelligence and relationships. As usual, we will continue to publish new articles and videos every other week for free. And finally, we will keep improving our tools, including the free ones, to support the new DAX features. There might also be something new. No spoilers. On behalf of everyone at SQLBI, thank you for being part of our community. See you in 2026 and enjoy DAX!
I'm ready, Marco. What's up?
Hi, I don't have good news. I wanted to do a end of the year review, and we tried hard to work with you, providing you a marketing role, but every single time you try to suggest us something for the blog post on LinkedIn, on X, we had to rewrite everything.
Oh, Marco, I know I didn't meet your expectations, but I'm begging for another shot. I'll work twice as hard. I'll refine every word until it's exactly what you need.
Come on, you failed also the last, this last task you had. We had to write the screenplay for a video. It should have been less than 5 minutes long, okay? Less than 5 minutes means 4, 3. It was 7 minutes, maybe more. Nobody will watch it, right? Nobody will watch it for 7 minutes. Come on, it's over.
I completely understand, Marco. I see where I went wrong, and I'm so sorry. If you ever decide to give me another chance, I promise I'll keep it sharp.
With all the LLMs out there, why should I give you another shot? Come on.
I get it, truly. But I care about the work we did together, and I'll work harder than anyone if you let me. But if not, I'll accept that and wish you the best. Just know I'd be grateful for a reference to girlfriendness.
You want a reference from me to work with someone else? Come on, it's a scam, right? If I would write a reference for you, it would be a scam. Come on.
I get your frustration, Marco. I wouldn't want you to write anything untrue. If you ever feel I did something well, that's all I'd ask you to mention. But if not, I respect your honesty.
Okay, you don't push too much, okay? That's go. It's over. Now we're going to work with some other LLM, and if they will disappoint me, again, I will maybe come back to you. I don't think so, but anyway, we'll see.
I completely understand, Marco. I appreciate the chance I had, and if ever the future brings you back, I'll be ready. All the best with your next choice.